Hey guys, it is Saturday. Woke up early and hanging out with Rainbow for a bit. I'm gonna be out most of today and, you know, let him outside for a bit. Since I'm probably not gonna be home until after dark, I'm not gonna leave him out there. Which, is too bad for him. I know he wants to spend all day outside, but gotta put him in the lockdown. Probably 9:30ish. I'm heading out. I'm taking the Bridgeway. That's right. No e-bike today because I am going on a bit of a bike journey along the Hydro Corridor. But first, I'm gonna make my way to the subway. And yeah. Gonna ride over to Adam and Don's place. Meet up with Adam. Hearing some sounds from my bike, and it's just the chain guard rubs against one of my crank arms, which isn't great, but I guess it's nothing major. Anyways, we got Adam now, and he's riding Don's e-bike. I didn't ride my e-bike, partially because I was like, well, Adam's not gonna ride an e-bike. Now it's too late to go back for mine, but yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, we just rode northeast towards Bermondsey transfer station. There's also a dump behind this place, which might actually be the real transfer station. But I think the power transfer station is also a part of it. I don't really know. But the goal is to go from Bermondsey transfer station, and we're gonna follow the hydro lines as much as we can northeast for about 20 kilometers until we get to Cherrywood transfer station. And of course these hydro lines, they cross the whole country pretty much, so this is a really small section of it, but an interesting section because of the lines. You've got this huge corridor of green space that hasn't really been developed. Occasionally they'll bury them underground, but for the most part, it's just like a field. And at the start of the field is a gross mud puddle that neither of us want to walk through. So right off the bat, we're going around. But I feel like this is a little bit inspired by the GeoWizard guy who tries to cross a country in a straight line. And I'm not going to be strict about it. I just want to go on a bit of an adventure,
Wow.
Who knows what we're going to see? Blue truck? That might be the blue truck that always used to be by UFT. Who would have thought we'd find it out here? And once we're uphill a bit more, we think it's probably not wet.
No. Oh no! Oh no!
But it's wet.
Oh God!
Both of our feet are soaked. We're not even 10 minutes in. And it's happened. But yeah, this, I guess, is probably called like the Meadoway if you were to Google it. I've just been calling it the Hydro Corridor, but there's tons of hydro corridors, so the Meadoway is probably a better name for it. And yeah, it crosses, I think, all of Scarborough, really. Yeah, this section doesn't have any bike paths though, so it was just a walk through a field until we get to Eglinton Avenue East. You can actually see in the middle here they have what I believe is the light rail transit tracks. One of these days that'll be full of streetcars or whatever. And it's nice. It's got grass on it, which it just looks nicer than it just being concrete, and it's water permeable for the rain and probably isn't as hot in the summer. But from here on out, well, from here there's a good bike path. And here we are crossing Victoria Park Avenue. I think that is the boundary for Scarborough. Here's Pharmacy. We're crossing a bunch of little streets here. I'm gonna cut out a bunch of them, but I'll label them when I can. And yeah, another nice bike ride along here. Some motorcycle lessons going on. That looks nice. Some buses over there. Who knows? In a little creek. Yeah. I went in just to check it out real quick. Giant culverts are cool. I guess that one's just an overflow. But yeah, a little bit creepy in here. Anyways, back onto the road. Kennedy Road. Yeah, this is where the bike lane ends for that section. And it just kind of comes to this big field. And our first big obstacle. There is a subway line. Or, you know, I guess it's all above ground, so I don't know if it's really a subway. But the TTC as well as a GO train. So there's at least 4 tracks over there. And when I was planning this, I was like, well, we'll just hop the fence. But there's a pedestrian bridge right there. So, do you really want to do an illegal hop the fence and cross the tracks? Or just go around and use the pedestrian bridge? We took a little bit of a break here. That was nice. And along the bridge, there's actually another path that goes back down to Eglinton. We're not going that way. And looking at these fences, they're kind of high and they have barbed wire on some of them, so it's probably for the best that we don't try to hop those fences. Yeah. So we're in a neighborhood for a little bit here. Just gonna bike until we get to the next major street. Midland Avenue. We can go north along here. And for whatever reason, this section of the corridor has a no trespassing sign on it. It really just looks like a field. And I don't know if I show this. Yeah, I do. Like, just looking on Google Maps, it looks like it's just a field. Like, there could be a path here, but for whatever reason, there's no path. So, we go north. I think this is Lawrence. I'm not really sure. But there is a McDonald's. And we stopped, got some things, and get back onto the trail where it's not illegal, I guess. And yeah, had to sit here, ate some junior chickens, that was nice. And yeah, we're like, too bad they don't serve the McMuffin all day. Oh, my feet are pretty dry now. Which was nice. We're not too far in, and already dried off a bit. So yeah, across those streets. I think this is Thompson Memorial Park. And again, this was a bit of a challenge if we had gone through here. Nice park, and it goes down into a creek area. There was a guy hanging out there, so I didn't want to poke around in the forest too much. But who knows, maybe we could have gone through like a weird path, and it looks like there's an abandoned car in there or something. Maybe we could have crossed that weir and really stuck to these hydro corridors. But when there's a nice paved trail, it's hard to ignore it. So, we're taking that nice paved trail. And yeah, it went how you would expect. It's just, this is how they want you to go. So it was easy. And it didn't take us too long to get back to the hydro lines. And this path continued on for a good ways. Yeah. When you guys were kids and in the passenger seat looking at the power lines, did you ever imagine like a ninja or something running along them? It's one of those common memories, apparently. And yeah, we got to Elmsmere transfer station. Curious enough, there's no trespassing signs here, even though there's definitely like a big station there, so I don't know what the deal is. We just walked through this field. You can actually see plenty of other bike wheels in the grass, the wheelrettes or whatever. And we're about at the halfway point here at Elmsmere and Military Trail. Elmsmere is the big highway that goes to the east, and if we were to follow the hydro lines, it comes to a creek and a bit of a ravine, which I don't know, it might be steep. It's hard to tell on Google Maps, you know. But our two options are to go along Elmsmere, which looks like a really busy road that wouldn't be fun, or Military Trail that kind of goes parallel to the hydro lines for most of the way. And it'd be nice if we could go back underneath the hydro lines, but we have to stay in one of the neighborhoods on one of the sides, since pretty much everywhere here is labeled with the no trespassing signs. At least they were on Google Maps. We didn't check every line for it, but we're trying not to pass those. However, we do pass this road closed sign, because I really don't want to go on that busy Elmsmere Avenue or whatever. And you know, who knows what's going on down here. Road closed, probably road closed for cars. But this seemed like we're coming up to kind of a big construction site. And I probably would have turned around if I had heard any noise or saw any people. But it is silent out here. I guess they do not work on a Saturday. So we're gonna check it out. And looking at the bridge, there's definitely like a big hole in the bridge that you probably shouldn't cross. But at the side, there's like kind of a little pathway down here. Imagine people probably do come down here, you know, when there's not a bunch of construction going on. And it's really shallow, so we could just walk across this river, or creek, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it is super slimy in there. There's tons of algae at the bottom. Feels pretty gross. You can actually see my feet slipping around there, but with the bike to help stabilize me, easy peasy crossing. And honestly, I'm glad that we did one adventure-like thing. It's not all just bikeways and roadways. Yeah. That slimy, slimy river. Adam's like, I hope I don't get a disease from this. Which honestly, kind of fair. It looks pretty natural here. I think this is Highland Creek. It was kind of hard to find what the name is on Google Maps, like it wasn't labeled, but in south of here is Morningside Park, and it says Highland Creek. We're kind of wondering where the creek comes from, and if you follow either branch, it goes into an industrial area over here, which, you know, it's probably just water or like rain runoff from all the parking lots and stuff just flows into the creek. But who knows, hopefully they're not doing industrial dumpings and stuff in there. But yeah, questionable water source over there. Anyways, had to lug our bikes up again. You can see the holes on this side of the bridge as well. Yeah, who knows what they're doing here. But yeah, big hill up. I just walked, and Adam using that e-bike. Yeah. Whew. But anyways, now that we're up here, just follow Military Trail Road, or whatever this road is called. And yeah, another bit of a ravine that we kind of skip past. And eventually we'll come back to the hydro lines, dip down, to see that yes, there are still no trespassing signs. So went back north of the trail, and yeah, Over here, a little bit of a pedestrian crossing that goes closer to them again, but we're still staying north of the lines to cross over the 401. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like in North America you should feel lucky if there's a sidewalk over these kind of overpasses, because plenty of time there are not any. And looking at this, can you believe that they want to add another lane to the 401? Like, what is the point? It's already huge. It's already mega confusing, and apparently the cost is going to be like $21 billion. Which is kind of nuts when you consider that the Quebec-Windsor highway, or high-speed train, was estimated to cost $21 billion. And they would have split that with Quebec. I don't know, guys. It's just nuts. If you hate traffic, there's one solution.
Trains!
I did steal that meme, but I agree with it. Anyways, after walking over the 401, we ride through an industrial area and then eventually comes to another path where we're underneath the hydro corridor again. Yeah, nice easy path here, some easy riding after having to deal with that car bullshit. Anyways, we're actually at the corner of Rouge Park. Again, some no trespassing signs ahead. In my original plan, we would have locked our bikes somewhere around here and done the rest of the trail just hiking. But we're just gonna do some bigger detours and not stick to the hydro lines as much. You know, it saves us from having to take the bus back up here and then take the bikes back to the GO station kind of thing. And we get a bit of, I don't know, we still get to see Rouge Park. Yeah, a bit of a hill here. Again, I'm walking up this hill. It's too long to not walk up. And I think the welcome center is over there, but it was closed today apparently. I didn't want to stop either way. I'm going into the valley. Kind of a steep hill. I mean, not really, but nice long downhill. I was planning on using this speed to go up the hill, but my chain fell off. And yeah, I could not go up the hill. So I fixed that, and then since we're down here and stopped, might as well check out Little Rouge Creek. Yeah, pretty nice down here. We found some rocks to eat some pizza on. Yeah, I brought pizza from yesterday. And yeah, that was a good chill time. Peaceful. Pizzaful. But didn't spend too long here. We're only like 2/3 of the route that I wanted to do. And I can still see those hydro lines in the distance. So yeah, sticking to the path here. Actually getting closer to the hydro lines. Nice. So there's a path out of Rouge Park here. It's not paved or anything, but the gravel or dirt is fine enough that it's a good ride. Yeah. Eventually we come to, I think this is, Woodview Avenue. Good thing I put it on the screen because I would have gotten it wrong. And beyond that is another sort of, this might more be like a utility vehicle trail. I don't know. But came to a creek, and it seems like people probably walk their dogs around here because there's a bit of a path into this neighborhood. Kind of a weird neighborhood. I guess we're in Pickering now, basically. The northern edge of Pickering. Up there is where the corridor continues, but there was an entrance into this forest with some trails. It seemed like we could go north and get back to the corridor along there. However, this trail doesn't seem like it's maintained at all. Like there's a fallen over tree there. It's pretty muddy. I don't know why this is fenced off, but it seems like we can't go further north yet along this part of the trail. But maybe we could connect to the neighborhood next, like a block over kind of thing. And yeah, I saw this cool pond and I wanted to look at it, but that was a big mistake, because the trail that goes through the pond is heading south, where we should have went north. So our short path through the forest has just become 3 times as long, and we're just walking through this muddy area. It's not a good time having to balance on these logs and pick up our bikes and carry them over this shit. I thought there was a school over there, but I guess it's all fenced off and we could not get into the school field, so I had to stay in this forest. And eventually I think I see the gate out, but it is fenced off, and I was like, why would they do this to us? I just want to leave. But I can see the road not too far ahead. And we made it. We made it out of that godforsaken forest into Shitsville. Or whatever this town is called, Pickering. Yeah, so just going over the route of where we would have liked to gone, and then where we did go. We're so far from the hydro lines now, and I'm tired. I just want to get to the end, so we're just gonna take the streets up. I know it's a bit of a bummer, like looking at the satellite view. There are like paths that seems like people will probably walk along here, even if there are no trespassing signs. I mean, I'd want to walk along here if I lived there, but oh well. I guess there's like a garden center or something underneath that section. That's the creek that we didn't cross. Maybe we should have tried harder to cross that creek. Oh well. We got mud flying off my tires from that damn forest. But yeah, I'm ready to go home, honestly. But I gotta make it to the end. It's also kind of crazy how much this place looks like Barrie. I guess a lot of places look like Barrie in Ontario. Heading north here, we crossed Finch Avenue. Whew. Sometimes I'm riding on the sidewalk, guys. Out here, fuck it, you know. I don't want to get hit by some random car. And of course, here, no sidewalk. Oh, but we made it to the Cherrywood transfer station. Like, finally, dude. Oh, the station is like 10 square kilometers. It is ginormous. And to the south, of course, is the Pickering Nuclear Generator Station or whatever. So yeah, a lot of electricity going there. While we're standing there, we are hearing pops and crackles. So we did not want to get any closer than that. And yeah. Finally, time to head to the GO station. Yeah, we're taking the train out of here. So, you know, a little bit sucks near the 401, because, like, bike lanes down here? Of course not. Can you imagine biking around here? Apparently no one can. But there's a cool pedestrian bridge that goes to the train tracks. And, yeah, a nice elevator that we can take our bikes up into. We check the signs, and then the next train is in about 15 minutes, so we got plenty of time to goof around and ride in the pedestrian tunnel. Probably not supposed to, but oh well. there was no one in it. And yeah, just chilled out until the train came. Pretty nice. There's a big group of people waiting by the doors for the other train car, so yeah, I wanted to go over here where there was less people. Less normies. But yeah. Loaded in our bikes. Glad it worked out. You know, Saturday, there could be other bikers on the train. But yeah, we both just hung out in the same spot. That's Rouge Park again, just passing by. You also get a good view of Lake Ontario for a bit there. But yeah. We got off at the Danforth GO station. It's actually pretty close to Adam and Don's house, so kind of works out. And yeah, picked up some stuff for a barbecue. Yeah, that's right guys, we're doing a barbecue. What a weekend. Whew. Yeah, this is Woodbine. That's pretty much where we started biking north. And yeah, I think Don and Max made bagels. I didn't film any of those bagels, I guess, though. But yeah, barbecuing, some chicken patties. That was delicious. Yeah, Don's garden looking pretty nice. She's got strawberries and other things. Tyler's here. Yeah, we drank a lot of juice. Looked at that tree. Hung out until it got dark. Pretty cool angle here, right? Yeah. Just Don being a ninja on the rooftop. But yeah. A good time hanging out. But, you know how it is, guys. It's getting late, so riding home. Plenty of stupid guys on the Danforth, standing in the bike lanes and whatnot. These guys, come on, get your shit together. But yeah, rode down University, and then along Harvard, into my neighborhood. The old Bridgeway, still kicking. Did well today. No flats, only dropped the chain once. Oh yeah. I checked on Rainbow. Poor guy. He's been in there all day. Really wanted to come out. Let him hang out in my room for a little bit, but ultimately I think he just wanted to go outside. But not supposed to let him outside at nighttime. At least unsupervised, and I didn't really want to hang out with him for half an hour outside. So I gave him some treats and locked him down for the night. Later, guys.